Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com, here for NTMarkets.com with your Thursday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, we're looking at a 15-minute chart of the ES, and what we saw yesterday, we saw a little spike down at the open, and then you saw a morning high. And let me tighten up one here. You saw a morning high, it was about 10:30 in the morning, and then you just saw a series of lower highs, and then finally a move down. So, for what it's worth, we got long that little pop in the morning, and then we traded around a short the majority of the day, and I wasn't sure if it was going to pay off. And finally, we finally got the break. What we're seeing now, and I talked about this the other day, we're seeing a little bit of a change in dynamic from that AM low that grinds up all day long to morning highs that can't really get out of their own way, and we end up trading lower. Yesterday we could not conquer 51. Could not conquer 51. The day before we could not conquer 51. In that whole 51 area, you had this overnight pop to 53, but that was at the Europe Open. So they've been struggling with 51 for 2 days. Then it finally gives way. Now what's happened tonight is you see this drift back up to the old highs, the 46.5. And 46.5 was a real battleground. It tried to be support yesterday right in here. Desperately tried to be support. And when it finally couldn't, it broke. Comes back up in the overnight, gets tested as resistance, and it fails. And it finally fails and finally breaks 37, which had been, the last bastion. We had done matching lows there yesterday. That had been the low on the 25th. And we've traded as low as 32.75. Now, what's happening now is, and you had the 45, you had the daily pivot fail. Now it's coming back up to test S1 at 37, which is what? This old level here. And here. And it's finding resistance. So the last 12 hours to 16 hours have been all about support becoming resistance. First at 46, now at 37. And that, we're talking, I'm sitting here, I'm talking about ceilings, where for the last year I've been talking about floors. Ceilings are indicative of a market that wants to trade lower. Floors are indicative of a market that wants to trade higher. So again, this dynamic change slowly, just in the back of your mind, because every day we're getting face ripper rallies, right? But these violent spike rallies, in my opinion, are not bullish. They're bearish. It's that bear market spike action. So we've been in sell rallies mode the last couple days. It's paid off. We've been trading on the long side every day too. We'll have to see what today brings. I don't think the bulls are going to go away that easy, that we're just going to stair step down from here. I'll be very interested to see if we get a move all the way back up to 46. That would not be surprising to me at all. We move from 37 all the way back up to 51. Why when we go, we could potentially go all the way back up to 46, or at least making a little bit more of a pronounced lower high in the regular trading session. So I'm never a fan of shorting in the hole. And I think even though we've moved up 5 here, you're pretty close to shorting in the hole. It's not as bad as selling the 32s. I mean, the one thing you've never wanted to do in this market at all, ever, is short in the holes. The hole shorters get taken out in body bags the day after any move down. Happens every time. Every single time. Even on days where we end up going lower and ending up lower on the day, they still blow them out for 10 or 12 handles with a rally. So be very wary selling these lows. Okay, I think the dynamic is changing. I think we need a little bit of a deeper pullback, but beware. It's it's 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. 3 hours, you're going to have Janet Yellen in a chair in front of the Senate Banking Committee, and who knows what she's going to say. Now that could be good for the market or it could be bad. We don't know enough about her to know. Okay, and I think there's an inherent I think distrust is a strong word. I think there's an inherent apprehension in her as a Fed chair. She doesn't even have a meeting under her belt yet. Okay, and everybody has to see if she really is what's advertised as a Fed chair, which is more of Bernanke. We're not there yet, and I think that puts pressure on the market. Okay, everybody have a fantastic day. Follow us on Twitter at Princeton Trader. Come check out the website. Guys, come check out the chat room. We had some people start yesterday, and they're loving it. And um, we'd love to see if we can help your trading. And we're getting new people in there every day, and it's a really great group. And come check us out. Okay, take care. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade them well.